double branches, tangos, a clarity, and a TP scroll for Lanham.
Incredible early purchases.
Yeah, completely next level. But hasn't skilled a point yet, so you don't get that information yet, Perch.
We'll find out later.
You'll have to wait and see. So, laning phase, yeah, everything seems to be standard. Sylar is up on that top, so Sylar's playing the Death Prophet in this matchup. That pushes Freeze into the mid, as you were mentioning. Leaves the off lane for Yang as Underlord, and fades Night Stalker. And Paparazzi's actually going to be running safe by the looks of it. Actually, yeah, so they put, what, Paparazzi into the safe lane? 11 to run the mid? How are they actually bouncing this? Are they just in the wrong lanes?
I mean, it's...
You change the bounty runes so supports can pick it up. The cores don't need to be there and then switch lanes.
Yes, it's probably they're trying to anticipate where their opponents are going to lane, perhaps, that they can have favorable matchups. I would say... Not to mention that it's better to commit other heroes that aren't important to blocking, for example. So it looks like Ogre is going to commit to that. He's also slow, might help a little bit with the whole blocking situation.
Well, it's a straight trade up. 2-2 for VG and VGJ.
Okay.
You got your first answer for Lanham. He actually went for the stun, so the Cursed Crown is his #1. Interesting choice to go with Paparazzi, because Paparazzi's not going to be doing a lot of harassment damage early.
But Dark Willow has pretty good base damage. She has 2 Ironwood branches still hitting for 51, so she's likely going to use it as a way to trade. She casts on her opponent, that guarantees her a 2-second stun at some point, and then she can use that to guarantee free hits. So that's probably the thought there. Getting Shadow Realm, it's like a 30-second cooldown or something, and it does damage and all, but it's not necessarily the most useful thing. So yeah, definitely going to keep an eye on that lane.
I'm actually waiting for the news that the Demon has come up, because you got that Tidehunter on the top lane just hiding in the tree lines, running the off, because that's the classic Jimmy position. And I'm only thinking of this because you're talking about support Tidehunter when he ran his bottle.
I mean, he did get zoned a little bit. DDC spent some mana here. He's just trying to make the lane a little bit annoying, because if Disruptor has to spend time looking for the Tide in the trees, then that's time that he can't be attacking him. Therefore, he's buying himself time, extends his regen. Maybe at some point that they can get the lane to push in an awkward way that'll give them an advantage, and therefore he'll get free experience.
Yeah.
Just a lot of ways to exploit.
As long as he can get the levels, use the Kraken Shell for it, sure. Sylar, well, he's already burnt a Spirit Siphon on 11, so 11's going to drop down to 1/3 of his HP. Not exactly what he wants. Something which is nice of VG is they managed to de-ward the Observer Ward of VGJ in the mid lane. That's Fenrir just doing his work. Already have the Observer Ward down to watch it. But this is going to be a bit more of a pain lane. Freeze continuously stealing mana, and the homing missile is the only real harassment they've got against him.
I mean, really, it's just going to be about landing a stun and trying to give them time to get last hits.
Like that? Homing missiles after him, Freeze. That's a fairy fight, so he'll survive. The homing missile's going to connect. But there's still a salve available for the Medusa, so she'll heal back up and get to the front lines. Bottom lane, Paparazzi's actually quite low. Looks like Yang was having a crack, but with the Cursed Crown, he'll back off.
So lane matchup-wise, OD in the safe lane versus Underlord. I think Blitz mentioned a lot that this is a really bad matchup for Underlord, just because you're getting your mana drained. It does pure damage, so it's not really being reduced much.
Don't know if Yang's really want to be in this. The Bramble Maze is down, the Cursed Crown as well. Yang, hard to escape. You've gone for that early point up in the Arcane Orb, and that amount of damage should be enough from Paparazzi to help Lanham secure the first blood.
That was really cool how they did that. Wait till he jukes into trees, put the Bramble Maze at the entrance, and then you're really limited on vision. In the open area, the skill's not that good, but once you get into trees, it's really effective there. And he just blocked him in so he couldn't run back out the way they came.
Control the choke points.
Yeah, it's really good usage there of that skill. So 11 will just trade some hits onto DDC here to make sure that he can interrupt the pull, and then he can finally collect some easy experience.
Yeah, he's even taking the creeps. And there's not a lot DDC can do to stop this. They've pulled support a little bit off the mid. This is not really exactly where Fade probably wants to remain, but while Fenrir is here supporting Ori, he's got no real choice. Has to help Freeze.
Yeah, because if he doesn't, then Ogre's just going to bully the Medusa too much. She has really low armor in the early game. Her early HP is not the best, so she's normally just going to sit mid and have a simple trade matchup against 1v1. But yeah, I guess they counter that fully with the Ogre Magi.
Yep. This is nice from Yang to have that Observer Ward just to the west of the